guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to share with you my meal planning process that I do every week. I had a few comments on a couple of my videos asking how I meal plan, and so I just thought it would be a good idea to share that process with you. If you're new to my channel, I am a working mom. I have two kids, 6 and 9, and I work full-time outside the home. So meal planning is really one of the things that helps keep us on track during the week, helps us not spend so much on eating out, and helps us eat healthier. So what I have here is two different meal planners. These are both from CarrieElle.com. She does a variety of different meal planners and life planners, health planners, just a lot of different things. I always have her site linked in my description box below if you want to check that out. And she was actually able to create a coupon code for my YouTube viewers. So if you want 10% off of a meal planner or anything else in her shop, the code is Jen Chapin. I will have that also in the description box below if you are interested in checking that out. So I wanted to show you the two size meal planners that she has. This is the one I used last year. This is the full-size meal planner, and this is basically the same size as a regular 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I just have like a full-size calendar planner to show you here. It's the same size as that. So she still actually has this available in her shop. I think she actually has the same print also, at least the last time I checked. I know that things go in and out of stock on a regular basis, so you'll have to double check on that. But essentially it is a monthly and weekly meal planner. Typically I'm a weekly meal planner. I don't really do a very good job of planning a whole month in advance. It works better for me to do a week in advance, so that's kind of how I use it. But for every planner there are several sections. So you have a resource section, which basically you can put your pantry inventory, your freezer inventory, your favorite sites to look at recipes. And then the meal planning section has 12 months. So you get, for each month, you get a calendar page for the month, and then you get these sheets for the separate weeks of the month. You get 5 in each month. And the nice thing about these is that you can put your meal plan here, and then you can see, like, I've already torn these off. You put your grocery list over here, and then you just tear it off and take it to the store. So they also have a gathering section. So if you're hosting like a Christmas or a birthday at your house, this is a really good way to be able to kind of map out what everyone is going to bring, what you're responsible for making, and then you can have your grocery list here. Just tear that off and take it to the store. There's also a notes section in the back. I haven't really used this much. And then there is a folder that you can put stickers or recipes or anything that you really want to put in there. So that's the full-size meal planner. For this year, I decided to go with the mini meal planner. And this is the same size as an A5 planner. So you can see here, this is the planner that I carry with me in my purse for regular life planning. And it's exactly the same size as that. I decided to go with this one for this year just because I felt like this was easier to take with me if I wanted to meal plan on the go, if I want to take it to work and work on it during my lunch break. It's easier for me to do that. This is, I believe, called the Succulent Garden mini meal planner, and I really like the pattern on this one, and so that's why I got this one for this year. But essentially it has the same sections, except it does have I believe one more section. So it has 5 sections. The first one is for resources, so you can put your favorite websites in there. It also includes some measurement conversions. There's a place to do your freezer and pantry inventory. I actually need to do that at some point. I have not done that since we moved into this new house. And then the meal planning section here with all of your tear off grocery lists and your weekly menus. And then in the gathering section, that's basically the same as the last one I showed you. And then there's also notes, and then a pocket folder in the back that you can put recipes in there if you want to. So that is an overview of the planners that are available. I really think that these are a great investment. They are super sturdy. The coil is metal. The covers are heavy laminated cardstock. Honestly, I know that you can meal plan on a piece of paper, but these have really helped me kind of get my act together over the last couple years in regards to meal planning. And the great thing is that you end up having all your meal plans right in one place. So if you ever want to flip back and see, okay, this time last year, what were we eating? Get some ideas, different things like that. So like I said, I am a big fan of Carrie and her meal planners. So definitely check that out if you're interested. And now we will get into the process that I use for meal planning each week. Okay, so the first thing that I do is go back through the previous week and see if we ate everything that was on our plan. So for example, last week we had pork chops, shrimp and salmon, bagel dogs. We had a night for soup and sandwiches, which we actually ended up going out that night. And then Friday night we always either go out or have pizza. And then today is actually Saturday and we're having steak, baked potatoes, etc. So I basically go through and check off and make sure that I made everything that I planned on making. Now, if there's a week where I didn't make something that I had planned on making, then I know that that meal can carry over to this week. So in this case, I don't have any meals to carry over into the following week, but that's just something to keep in mind. If there's something that you plan for and something happens, you end up eating something different or eating out, that's fine. Just make sure that you don't waste that food, carry it over into the next week. And so this week, like I said, today is Saturday, and so tomorrow is Sunday. I typically try to meal plan either on Friday nights or Saturday mornings. I was a little bit busy today, so I didn't get it done. So I'll actually go ahead and do the remainder of my grocery shopping tomorrow, make sure that I have everything that I need to make all the recipes that I want to make this week. And then for things like lunches and snacks and breakfast, you know, sometimes I do plan out breakfast. Basically for lunches, I know that each week for the kids, I'm basically going to buy the same thing. I'm going to make sure that I have lunch meat on hand, cheese, some kind of snacks, yogurt, fruit, granola bars, just things that they can take with them in their lunchbox to either school during the school year or they have summer camp during the summer, because both me and my husband work, so they're not obviously able to stay home during the day. So they either have to take a lunch to summer camp or they are able to eat there as well. It just depends on what's on the menu for that day and whether they like it or not. Okay, so I always start my meal plan with Sunday. Tomorrow is the 29th, and so I'm just going to put up here 7/29 through then Monday is the 30th, Tuesday is the 31st, Wednesday is the 1st, Thursday is the 2nd, Friday the 3rd, and Saturday is the 4th. So I know that this weekly meal plan is going to go from July 29th through August 4th. So basically the first thing I actually do is I have a regular day planner that I use for just life and work and anything really that I need to keep track of. I use an Outlook calendar at work, but honestly, the thing that helps keep me on track the most is my paper planner. So like you can see that this is what this week ended up looking like. I write different things that I need to do, appointments that I have, work meetings that I have, things that the kids are going to after school, etc., etc. So this is kind of like my brain dump and my to-do list all in one. So when I'm planning out my meals, basically the first thing that I want to look for is what's going on in our life during the week after work that's going to interfere with our dinner and the amount of time that I have to prepare dinner after work. And so the first thing I do is actually go through my planner, and like I know that this week Kira has swim practice, so they know that every night from 5:30 to 6:30 she has swim. Now she's old enough that I can drop her off and leave her there, so it's a possibility that I could drop her off at 5:30, go home, prep, finish dinner, etc., go back and get her, and then when she's done with swim we could go ahead and eat. So that's one thing to consider. I do know that on Wednesday Connor has like a back to school night. He's going to be in kindergarten this year, and so he has a chance to go and kind of meet his teacher, see what his classroom is going to look like, all that good stuff. And so I know that is from 4 to 6 that night. And then Kira also has swim, which is obviously optional. They have practice during the summer, Monday through Thursday, and basically they can attend, you know, either all or some practices. So since we're sort of busy that night, I feel like that's maybe a night where maybe Kira won't go to swim, or we'll plan on eating out, just because it will probably be too much to plan something for dinner that night. Just to give you an idea of kind of what my schedule is like, my hours actually are 6:30 to 3. That's my normal working hours. I work an hour away from where I live, and so I actually don't get home until 4:30 or 5 by the time I get back here, pick the kids up and get home, different things like that. So I try to make sure that I prep as much as I can during the weekend to make sure that that is a success for me. Okay, so on Thursday, I know that Kira has swim from 5:30 to 6:30. And then Friday, we don't have anything planned. This weekend, actually, we don't have anything planned. So we do have a tradition in my family that every Friday night is pizza night. Now, sometimes we deviate from that and we'll order takeout or go out to eat, but I do know that Fridays I don't cook. And so I just go ahead and put pizza night on there. Saturday, I don't plan ahead to the next weekend, the previous weekend. So like today's Saturday, I'm not going to plan out for next Saturday because I don't know what we're going to be doing. You know, in the meantime, we may make plans with friends, we may decide to have a cookout, we may decide to go out of town, etc., etc. So I don't typically plan for this until it gets closer. And then if I need to, I can go ahead and go back to the store or do whatever I need to do to plan for this night. So now I know that I basically have 5 nights to plan dinner for this week. Another thing to keep in mind is your diet or how you are planning to eat for that particular week. Now, I was out of town, not last week, but the previous week for work, and Adam and I had been eating more like low carb or keto during the work week and then kind of loosening up more on the weekends. But when I was out of town for work, I did not really stick to my low carb or keto eating plan. Last week was not the greatest either, and so I definitely know that come Monday morning, or actually probably Sunday night, I want to get back into the swing of things and start planning healthier, low carb, more whole food meals. So I did go to a cooking class last week at Hy-Vee, which is a local grocery store, and they made some keto lasagna, which was really, really good, and I actually want to try to make that sometime this week. So that's another thing I do, is just kind of collect recipes. I have a Pinterest board, or Pinterest boards, I guess. If you're interested in following those, I pin lots of recipes. I always have that linked in the description box below. I believe it's just Jen Chapin on Pinterest if you want to search for that. But basically, any new recipes that I want to try, I go ahead and print those out so that I know what ingredients I need to get, and so that I have those handy when I go to make the recipe during the week. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started planning out what we are going to have this week for dinner. Alright, so now I'm just going to start filling in what I want to make for each night. I get inspiration from a lot of different places. I like to collect cookbooks, and so I just actually got this new cookbook from Amazon on Friday, and I've already kind of looked through it and marked some of the recipes with post-it notes that I think I might want to try. I also get quite a few cooking magazines, or I subscribe to quite a few cooking magazines. So this one is Cooks Illustrated, and there's a recipe for Mexican corn salad that I want to make out of this. And then I think I mentioned this before, but just when I come across recipes online, I pin them. I have a Pinterest board, and it's always linked in the description box below. I probably already mentioned that. I actually filmed part of this video yesterday, so I'm trying to remember what I mentioned and what I didn't. But, you know, throughout the week, as I'm, you know, waiting for kids to get out of practice, I like to go through Pinterest and just see some different recipes that I want to try, and then I save them so that I can go back to them later. So the other thing I keep in mind is there anything that I want to meal prep, and what ingredients do I need for that? So I had kind of a little list here of things that I thought I wanted to meal prep. I think actually I'm going to make some chicken salad instead of tuna salad. I found some already shredded rotisserie chicken at the grocery store that I wanted to try, and so I got a bag of that, so I'll probably make some chicken salad. There's also a recipe for keto chocolate chip cookies that I want to try that uses almond flour, so I'll probably make those today. And then the other thing I want to make is some of the Instant Pot egg bites. Those store really well in the fridge, and then we can heat them up throughout the week if we want to for breakfast. I also have a video on that, on how to make those. If you're interested, I'll link that in the description box below. So we're just going to get started now filling out dinners for the week. So tonight for supper, I was just looking through my fridge and freezer. We actually have a deep freeze out in the garage in addition to the freezer that we have inside. And I had thought out some sirloin steak to possibly use for like meal prep or salads this week. But then once I saw this recipe for the corn salad, I thought we would actually have that for dinner tonight. I have some fresh corn that Adam got from work. They have a plot there where they grow vegetables and stuff. So I think what I'm going to do tonight is just do some chicken and steak tacos. And then I'm going to make that Mexican corn salad. And then lunch today, I won't plan that because we'll either just eat leftovers or I can make sandwiches or something like that. Mondays are the days that I work from home, and so it's easy on those days. I can just kind of throw something into the crock pot in the morning, and then it'll be done in the evening by the time I'm done working. So probably what I'm going to do tomorrow is a Mississippi, sorry, I can't talk right at the same time, a Mississippi pot roast. We have quite a few roasts left in the deep freeze to use up, so I should probably start to use those before the fall when we get another quarter beef, just so we can kind of clean some of those out. So normally, sometimes we have those on rolls, but since we're trying to do more low carb, I probably won't have rolls for us. I might buy some Hawaiian rolls for the kids, that way they can have theirs on a sandwich if they want to. But Adam and I will probably just eat ours on a plate, maybe put some provolone cheese on top. And then for a side, I do have some fries to use up for the kids, so maybe I'll make those. And then for us, I can probably just do a side salad and cottage cheese. And then the kids do like salad, so they'll eat some of that. I always have fruit in the refrigerator washed up that they can have, or I can cut up an apple. So that should be enough for Monday night. We also have swim that night, but since this will be basically a crock pot meal, that will be something easy that I can keep warm while Kira's at swim and she can eat when she gets done. Tuesday, Same thing. Kira has swim. I have some curry sauce in the pantry that I want to try and use up, and I bought some chicken thighs that were on sale. So I'm going to do chicken curry. And then on the side we'll have cauliflower. The kids probably will not eat the chicken curry, so they can just have chicken sandwiches. I have some frozen chicken sandwiches that I got a huge box of at Costco. They're just like a grilled chicken sandwich, and they actually like those pretty well, so it's a good option. Sometimes when we have something like this it's a little bit spicy that they probably won't eat. I can just pull those out from the freezer and make a couple of those for them. Alright, so Wednesday Connor's got a back to school night and Kira has swim also. I'm not sure what that night is going to look like, so I will probably just plan for sandwiches, leftovers, or a salad. If we're running super behind, then maybe we will just go and get subs from Subway or Jimmy John's or something like that. So if I know that there's going to be a lot going on in the evening, I have been better about being realistic and not trying to plan something that I'm probably not going to make because I don't want to waste food. So Thursday we just have swim from 5:30 to 6:30. One thing I know I want to make this week is this keto lasagna that I had at this cooking class at Hy-Vee last week. So I'm going to put that down. And then probably on the side we'll just do a salad. If I have some leftover Hawaiian rolls, the kids can have those with butter. They will actually probably eat this. I did not think it tasted really any different than regular lasagna. Kira is a little bit pickier and she doesn't always like regular lasagna, so I always have pasta in the pantry. I can boil up a little bit for her if she wants that instead. And then Friday night, like I said before, is always either pizza night or we go out, and then Saturday, I'm not going to plan ahead that far because I'm not sure what we are going to do. So now that I kind of have my meal prep planned out and my dinners prepped out, I can go ahead and make my grocery list. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. What I do is just go through all of these recipes. Anything that I don't already have in the fridge or the pantry, I put over here. When I make my grocery list, I sort it out by area of the store. So like I try to put dairy all in one spot, produce in one spot, like all of the aisles, bread, soda, drinks, whatever here. And then on the bottom is where I usually put if we need stuff like dog food, laundry detergent, etc. It doesn't work for me to just write everything in one big long list. I kind of have to group it by area of the store. The other thing is that I have to decide where I want to go grocery shop this week. Since I need quite a bit of different things, I'm probably going to end up going to Walmart. I might end up going to Aldi and Walmart. We'll just see how it goes. I do like going to Aldi because I can save a lot of money there, but I also can't always get everything there. So anyway, we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna make my grocery list.
Lightning strikes by my window, hits my chest right in the morning, like a warning. Could have slept here for days. I felt your heartbeat, felt your mouth breathe, but it's not real. We were close to see the sun, but clouds got in our way, and
Alright, so here is my completed grocery list. So it actually turned out that I don't need a whole lot of stuff because I did some grocery shopping yesterday. So hopefully I can get out of the store today without spending too much money. But then all I do is I just tear this off and I'm able to take it to the store with me and get everything I need. So I hope that you found this helpful. You know, normally when I do this process, it probably only takes me about half as much time as it took in this video. It just took longer because I was kind of explaining things and showing you different ideas that I had. So, you know, this is a great way, honestly, to keep yourself on track during the week, whether you're just trying to save money, not eat out so much, eat healthier. It just helps everything run a lot smoother. So if you have any questions, go ahead and please leave them in the comments below and I will answer them there. If you have any other suggestions for video ideas, please leave those as well. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.